to kind of see. Hey guys, welcome back to Johnny Americano. Today I've got a pretty exciting cup of coffee for you. Another V60 brew, a medium brew out of Nicaragua, and I'm excited to say this is the first time I've ever had coffee from Nicaragua. So I do owe a big thank you to my guy Paul over in Texas for shooting this my way, and it's pretty cool. It's not only is it coffee that supports small farmers in Nicaragua, but it also is a company that takes their profits from the coffee they sell and they help provide water for remote communities all around the world. So they also have some farmers in Uganda, and they've got two offerings then for coffee. So they got the little Nicaragua flag on here, and they say it's a well-rounded coffee, medium roast. So it's pretty basic. I opened the bag. It was delightfully aromatic and fresh ground. Super, super great smell. It seems like there's a little bit of oil on the beans, which is, doesn't necessarily mean good or bad or anything, but it does kind of help you see how far they roasted, because a lot of times a dark roast tends to have a little bit more oil on the beans. So anyways, I brewed it up in the V60, and it was a delight the whole way. When I ground it and put it into the filter, it was super nice smelling, and as I brewed it, swirled it around nicely, it didn't collect on the sides of the filter, and it just was it was a pretty good experience. So I've had this in the cabinet for a couple days, but it's still nice and fresh. So they say you get hits of citrus and a little bit of honey in here, so I'm excited to see whether I can sense that in the smell, and especially if I can taste it. So let's just take a nice aromatic approach here. Maybe it's just the psychology of it, but I think I can smell the honey in it, so that's pretty cool. Oh, man. It's good coffee. I will say that. It is good coffee. It's fresh. Didn't have a roasted on there, but I can tell that it's not old beans. And a lot of times you can tell when you open the bag. If it smells really good, you're in good shape. And the flavor is pretty dynamic. There's a lot happening. You do get the little hints of citrus, just a little bit. I couldn't tell you if it's orange or lemon or whatever, but it's there, sort of that high flavor profile. And then just since it's kind of a medium roast, it doesn't hit you really hard anywhere because it's so well balanced. It's not super acidic. I'm pretty excited about that. World-changing coffee. It's called 3 Avocados. It's a nonprofit. Love that. You probably can donate to them if you're into donating. And they even give you brewing instructions on the bag, tell you how to do it and how much you should use. So if you're into ratios, like we've got a question about ratios on an older video, sometimes you get that right off the bag. A lot of people, they kind of switch up the ratios. So there's a lot of research you can do to find out what the best ratios for you might be. That reminds me, you'll notice I'm wearing a shirt with some characters on it. It's Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year, so I'm celebrating with my friends all over the globe, especially in the Far East, and it's exciting because it's a time of the year where you celebrate family, you celebrate new beginnings, you celebrate all the things that make you happy in life. Coffee is one of those things, so Happy New Year to any of you that are celebrating, and if you're not celebrating, I encourage you just to jump in and celebrate because why not? We all could use a little more celebration in life, in my opinion. Yeah, man, this is good stuff. I recommend it. I think you should take a look at it. It's not going to be like art house coffee. It's not sort of that super fine tooth comb like they labored and labored and labored over this coffee. It's good coffee. It's good beans. It's roasted to a high quality, but it's not like they infused all these special flavors or really drew out any of the things. I got it. Onyx is that top level bar. And this stuff comes close as like, man, if I needed a daily coffee to just enjoy and have and not be worried about, take it for granted, like this is good stuff because it's quality coffee, but it's not distracting. So highly recommend it for like a daily driver when it comes to coffee. And then when you want to really splurge or enjoy your cup of coffee, sit out on the patio or sit by the fireplace if you're in one of the frozen parts of the country. Go and get yourself a crazy expensive bag, but otherwise, like just sit down, grab some world-changing coffee, provide some water for communities in need, and you got yourself a pretty solid situation. So thank you, Paul. Thanks for joining us for another video, and we will see you all next time.